Good morning. I got to start my fast yesterday. Today is day 2 of the fast. Today I am expecting a big number on the scale. I figure I should lose a lot. After the first day of the fast, I usually lose a bunch of water weight. Yesterday around 4 o'clock, I got physically hungry and I was hungry all night. I went to sleep hungry. My mind started messing with me last night and I was thinking about food nonstop. I got through it. I feel amazing this morning and I was super productive. I got a ton done, posted 4 videos yesterday. Let's do this weigh-in. 264.8 was my weight yesterday. Let's see where we're at. 257.4. It's always fun after the first day of the fast when you lose that big number. So 57, 58, 59. I lost 7 pounds over one day. And that is a lot of water weight. A lot of that does come back. But when you add in the big amount that I lost during the prep, that's a bunch of weight in a short period of time. So, all right, it's a good day. Today is day 2. I have 6 days left to go of this fast. Day 2 of my fast is almost in the bag. It is 8:30 and I have survived the second day of my actual fast. This is day 6 of my entire journey because I did the 4 days of prep. I started the day by losing 7.5 pounds, which I always lose a big number when I start a fast after my first day of fasting. It includes a lot of water weight. It includes all the food in your digestive system. It's always fun to see that on the scale. Today, I struggled a lot with physical hunger. I felt like a knot in my stomach a lot of the time during the day. This did not start until around 2 or 3 in the afternoon. And then from time to time, I would feel a twinge in my stomach or a knot, and it would be followed by some rumbling. It's a feeling of emptiness. It's interesting because unless I'm intentionally fasting, I never think about the feeling of hunger because as soon as I feel hungry, I eat. But when I'm fasting, I'm forced to just experience the hunger and sit with it. Being hungry is not painful. It's just unsettling, mentally unsettling. Sometimes when I'm not doing an extended fast, I will do intermittent fasting where I'll do 1 meal a day. And on a 1 meal a day plan, I find that I like to get hungry in the afternoon and I wait and I enjoy that feeling for a couple hours because I know I'm gonna have a big meal to satisfy that hunger coming soon, and you kind of get used to the feeling of being hungry. And it's like a light feeling. So anyways, I was living with my hunger today. The mental battle though is a struggle. I cannot say how many times I thought of food, probably 30 or 40 times, maybe more. I would be doing something and my mind would go to some kind of food. Feeling a little bit of sadness because I wasn't able to eat. A lot of the fun in my life is also related to food. Sometimes you think about doing something like my girlfriend came by and picked me up and we went to look at Christmas lights. And my thought was, oh, maybe we'll go get something to eat. And then I was like, oh no, you're fasting. And it was rainy today. And you know when you're on a rainy day, and I kept thinking how nice it would be to just sit in bed and watch Netflix and maybe have some cookies or anyways, I battled through. I crushed my digital detox today. Fasting is suffering. To some extent, denying yourself food over the course of multiple days is a form of suffering that you're experiencing. You're enduring suffering. But it's not constant suffering. It's not escalating suffering. And what I mean by that is I wake up feeling amazing. I don't have any struggle at all until afternoon time. And maybe I'll think of food a couple times and it's easy to overcome it because you feel so good. And then throughout the evening, you will have moments of suffering where you are thinking, gosh, I wish I could have some food, or this thing that I'm gonna do right now, I normally relate it to food, but now I have to do it without having the food, or I can't have my evening snack tonight. And each time you have one of those moments, there's a moment of heightened struggle. And then it passes, and then you're fine. I think what a lot of people don't understand about fasting is they feel like they're gonna be in constant suffering the whole time. But it's only moments of suffering. So if that makes you feel any better, the suffering is not constant. There's moments, there's highs and lows. One cool thing about fasting is your teeth get really, really clean. So when you don't eat any food, your teeth don't get dirty. So like the second day of your fast, when you floss and brush your teeth, it's like you're just cleaning your already clean teeth even more. So by the time you've been fasting for 6-7 days, your teeth are so clean. My son is also doing the fast with me, and he's a couple days ahead of me. His prep was only 2 days, and he is doing a 5-day fast. So today is his day 4. And he was talking to me about how his brain tries to trick him and convince him to quit the fast. Now, he's pretty lean already to start. He didn't have much fat on him to start. And so he's already looking very thin. And by the 3rd day of the fast, his mind, he was trying to figure out a way to break the fast. And he decided he would stick it out. He's gonna go all 5 days. And I could totally relate to that. If you're not committed to following through on the fast, your brain will find a way to talk you into breaking the fast. It can be like one time I was going for 21 days and I made it to day 17. And on day 17, I was planning how I was gonna break my fast. So I was thinking about food like crazy. At that point, the longest fast I had ever done was 12 days. So I thought to myself, I've already made it 17 days. If I break it now, then I'll beat my record. And then next year when I fast, I can still have a 21-day goal versus having to shoot for 28 days or something longer than 21 days. And that was it. And then from that point on, I'm like, I'm breaking my fast tomorrow. And I broke it at 17 days. So you have to be constantly vigilant of your brain, because your brain I think my brain kind of goes into fight or flight mode, and it starts thinking that it needs to figure out a way to convince me to eat. Now that I've fasted so much, it's not quite as bad. I can kind of control my thinking and limit myself. As soon as my brain starts going off on a tangent or thinking about something like food or going to a direction I don't want to go, I just rein it back in. But I could see with my son, he's figuring out those boundaries and he's learning how to combat his brain from trying to trick him into breaking his fast early. Today's my 2nd day of fasting, of eating no food. And one thing that came to me is I am building the habit of not eating. I am developing a new routine, a day-to-day routine that does not revolve around food. You never even realize it, but my normal routine pretty much revolves around when and what I'm gonna eat, whether it's my morning cup of coffee, followed by an afternoon snack, my overnight oats, or even if it's like taking my pre-workout when I'm on my way to the gym, these little bits of flavor or satisfaction or a boost of caffeine. And that kind of is the scaffolding that my entire day is built on. So when I'm fasting, you no longer have that structure and you have to design your day and like rebuild the habit of how you're gonna go through your day without food or caffeine or coffee or any of that, at least for me, because I don't do coffee either. And by finishing the 2nd day, I am starting to get the feeling of this new habit. And I think by the end of the day tomorrow, I will have created this new habit of living my day-to-day life without eating. I'm gonna call that a wrap. Day 2 of the fast is done. If you're on a fast right now and you're looking for some fasting motivation, just know you are part of a tiny, tiny group of people that have ever put themselves through something like this. Great job. Be proud of yourself. You are doing something that's possibly one of the most difficult things that you could ever do. It's gonna be easy tomorrow morning. If you can just make it till you fall asleep, you're gonna have an awesome morning. And that's all I got. More cool stuff to come.